Hi. Today we're going to talk about the old saying, train the dog in front of you. It's really good advice. You know, we all have an idea in our heads when we get a dog, and I put the service dog up here because this is what our idea is, that we're going to have a dog that is very easy to train, always wants to be with us, always wants to do just as we say, and surprise, those dogs have been bred for generations to do that, and it's not necessarily a normal characteristic. Here's some possible temperaments that dogs can have, and you can just look at the list. And biddable, by the way, means easy to train and wants to learn, wants to, you know, work for you. Border collies go under the biddable category. Different breeds were bred for different purposes, and they have characteristics that remain even if their job is now different. Again, I'll give you a second just to read it. And you can think about working with a hound versus a collie for training. If you have a dog that was bred to follow a scent and not necessarily pay attention to you, and then you have another dog that was bred to follow your every motion, you have very different dogs when it comes to training. Each is lovely in their own way, but you're not going to train them in the same way, and you really need to think about that. So another thing when you're talking about the dog in front of you is, are there any physical considerations? My older dogs are starting to have some of this arthritis, hip problems, vision, hearing, those types of issues, and I am training them differently than I used to. Training sessions are shorter. I'm just more careful about what I ask them to do and whether it's causing pain or not. I also have a dog who, when she has an ear infection, is much grumpier around other dogs and is kind of likely to get snippy. If your dog has a stomach ache, they're going to be thinking about that instead of what you are trying to train them. And there's things to think about, like, how is your dog actually built? Do they have short legs or long legs? We're not going to do agility with a basset hound. Do they have a pug nose, which might make it harder for them to work when it's very hot out, or it might give them less stamina for certain things. What are their ears like? If you're working with a bloodhound whose ears were designed to pick up scents, and that bloodhound is on a track, he's probably more likely to use the ears for sniffing than for listening to you. So just think about what their bodies are for. Energy level, yeah, that one kind of goes without a lot of instructions. Every dog has a different energy level, and we need to adjust to it. So what motivates your dog? Food. Most dogs are motivated by food, not all. Toys can be a very high motivation for some dogs. Play, dogs love play usually with other dogs and people, and that can be a huge motivator. And some dogs are even motivated by affection. They say about 10% of dogs are easily trained with affection. The rest need another motivator to go with it. So Kate put together a video clip of some dogs, and just think about these things that we've been talking about as you watch it. This is nervous energy that you're seeing here. And here's some timidity. She won't even take a treat from me. I have to put it on the ground. This dog loves play, could care less for food. All of a sudden, we brought the toy out and he was engaged. Beetle is very nervous. Got to think about that as you work with her. Daffy's got pretty high energy level. She's a lot of fun. See how slow I am with her? And here we have a little nervous shake-off, so we need to work a little bit with that. So this week, well, and every week, I really want you to think about how do you adapt to your dog? What is the dog in front of you? What's the energy level? What's the biddability? What cue type do they respond to? How should you work with them? Should you use a quiet voice? Should you be enthusiastic and run? Should you walk slowly? What works with your dog? And here's the lessons that we hope goes with this concept. Dangle a treat. It's an impulse control game. It's pretty quick and easy, and you really can tell a lot about a dog when you play this game. You can tell about what their impulse control is, what their energy level is, how much they're interested in you versus the toy or the treat. Really, really good. It's a leash skills game. It's a pattern game. And again, you're going to use your own output, I guess I could say, to teach your dog. Are you going to be up and energetic? Are you going to be slow and calm? Find a treat, classic, find a treat. And we just put it in there so you wouldn't forget about it. Your dogs love it. And I'll be seeing ya. Thanks.